Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault. This is a game that's coming to Steam's Early Access program on November 19th, 2025. I am playing this about a week prior, so everything that you're about to see is most definitely subject to change. So in effect, this is a pre-early access build. And the game was functional for the most part. I did encounter a hard freeze at one point when I was trying to adjust the option settings during the game. I'm going to plaster the issues that were sent to me on my press kit. Just pause the video so you can see everything here. I just want to double down. Pre-early access builds, some of these may or may not be fixed by the time this launches. My save file for my beta branch may not save at all, so I didn't get too far ahead in this particular game, because I don't want to lose all my progress. So this is going to be more impressions than anything else. So like Moonlighter 1, you're going to be running your very own shop. You're going to be going out into the dungeons and collecting various relics, as they're called. They're called relics in this game. You're going to be getting various qualities of relics, and you're going to be then selling them in your shop and trying to make money. And then you can use that money to improve your character and your shop and buy furniture and all sorts of cool things. And these relics have a hidden price structure that you kind of have to work out as you go by continuously setting the price, gauging the reactions of your customers and so on. And then when you're done with that, like when you run out of relics, then you start your day, the next day, by possibly buying a new weapon. There's 4 different types of weapons that I've seen so far, or at least melee weapons. There's like a short sword, gauntlets, a spear, and like a bigger sword. And they all behave in different ways, have special attacks. There's also 2 ranged weapons. There's a blow blaster and a blow beam. And again, one's like a laser, they do different things, okay? So you do have melee weapons, you've got range, but you do have to unlock them over time by spending that money. Before you set out, you can choose what weapons and what armors that you want to equip before your run. And when I say run, I mean just that. These dungeons are in like a Slay the Spire-esque kind of map in that you choose which branching path you want to take and you're trying to get the end boss. But the nice thing is you can quit at any time and warp back to your home. It's got this push your luck element to it. You start off weak, so you really only get a couple of stages ahead before you have to quit. Because if you do die, there are penalties. For example, the relics that you have gained so far may not be as valuable. So like they may take permanent damage and their price won't be as high when you try and sell it. So yeah, like death does have a price in this game. So you are going to be sort of carefully making your way through these dungeons as far as you think you can go. And then you can collect relics along the way. And then when you're ready, you warp back home. Now, the combat wasn't terrible. I mean, it wasn't bad either, but it definitely felt more like a console game in the way that the UI behaved. Like when I was trying to move relics from the chest to my backpack, there was no like loot all button or like a shift click to automatically move the relic over to my chest. But there's reasons why you may not want to do that either, because the relics that you're picking up actually have unique properties that synergize with each other. This relic might burn this other relic and have some kind of effect to it. This one might have a shield effect or create an armor effect to this other relic. Or this one might increase the quality of all relics in this row or column. So there's a bit of there's a learning curve with this, because I know I didn't do it right. But you're trying to like put these things in the right places, because once you put something down, the effect takes effect, and then like when you move it around again, it doesn't take effect. But like I said, you're going to go as far as you can, collecting as many relics as you can. Then you go back to your shop to sell everything. You do have like this bot assistant called Keeper, and he has a number of different uses. He has his own little storage chest, so if you want to store something for later, you could totally do that. He'll let you buy furniture or move furniture around the store and add things like that. So he does have a number of things. He even has like a perk system where you can upgrade your shop. That's the part I'm really interested in, really, is like how far does this game really take the shopkeeping? Because I love games like I really like games like that. Now, like I said before, the shopkeeping part of it is it's monotonous in the sense that you have to continuously adjust the price because either it's going to be too cheap or too expensive. And you're trying to find like that sweet spot. And there are four, like, I guess, there's four statuses with a price that you said it's either too cheap, it's perfect, expensive, or overpriced. So the price that you set is going to fall into one of those four pricing categories. And there's a reason why you may want to go cheap or overpriced, which I'll explain in a little bit. But ideally, you're going to take the relics that you've got in your run, you're going to put them on your little pedestals in your shop, and you're going to set some prices. You're not going to know what price is right at the beginning of the game. You do have a like a book that keeps track of your prices. Like if you've sold a thing before, it tells you, okay, you've sold it at this price and customers were really happy because it was super cheap. So you may want to up the price later. It's up to you. But the game does keep track of your sales and what you've done up to that point, which I do appreciate. But yeah, like the shopkeeping part, that's the part where I enjoy this. But like I said, customers are going to walk in and they're going to look at an item and they're either going to like huff at it and walk away, in which case you know it's way too expensive. So you have to continuously bring down the price little by little until they start buying it. Or you can make it super cheap and possibly gain benefits from that. Now, I'll explain that. So Keeper also has this tip meter. It's called a tip, TIP meter. And if you sell something at the perfect price or a cheap price, that tip meter fills up. And it actually gives you bonuses. Like you actually gain perks for that shift. So you can start chaining these tips, like these effects for that shift and come up with some really cool combos. I like that. That's really neat. I've never seen like a shopkeeping shift like this where you do gain benefits over time, assuming you price it a certain way. So I'm looking forward to playing this a lot more once my game is stable enough to do so. But for right now, as a first impressions, I do want to keep playing it, but I don't want to lose my progress either. So I'll wait until the game launches into early access, play it for a lot longer, and then report back. But in the meantime, I'm excited by this. So check it out. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all next time. Take care.